Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Um, so I just got done playing this game right at the top here. I had recorded it, but for some reason the recording was corrupted. So I'm going to go through it on the replay. Hopefully this is just a one-time issue and not a symptom of some sort of larger problem. I did uh, I did take a couple practice runs on giving this replay, and I noticed that for some reason you can't see the cursor. So I apologize for that. Like I said, hopefully this is just a one-time thing. We're only going to watch this match from my perspective, as I saw things, so we'll only be able to see his units as my units can see his. I was surprised I matched with a Brigadier General, considering that both of us had only been in the queue for a short period of time. I'm talking like maybe 30 seconds for him and 5 seconds for me, so that was kind of strange. Usually to get this kind of match, you have to be waiting much longer. So my strategy is as follows. I'm going to push into... I thought about pushing into the right side of Delta from the highway, but then I remembered my game with True Orb, last video I posted on my channel, and decided to just go through to Foxtrot and then push into Delta. So it's pretty much a standard opener, or one of my standard openers for this match. I'm going to have my helicopters go from my spawn into Foxtrot and Echo and see what they can see and shoot down any transports, and then just a security force into Gulf. Let's speed it up and get going. Hopefully this video won't be too long. I'm surprised he was so direct with that. I guess I do the same thing, right? With my transport, but he tried to go deep. If he would have gone over here, there would have been a good chance he could have caused a lot of damage. Trying to get my dab to fire on this transport. Unfortunately, it has two automatics. I buy a Raven, send it in. Not really one of my typical buys. Usually a Seed aircraft is not the first aircraft I'll buy. I hate when the missile does that. I don't know if that's a bug or just to represent the missile going off course, but it just feels like it should hit that. The Fighting Falcon only has 4 HE missiles, which is fortunate for me because had it had 5, it would have shot down my Raven. Because it got hit with its short-range missile and took it down to 1 HP. So in hindsight, this is a mistake, in my opinion. I should have had the riflemen continue moving because they're just returning fire from the open ground with no cover. I'm not saying they would have won. I don't even know if they would have done better, but maybe they could have got within range to use their rockets on the transports, and then it maybe gone into this field or to this forest line to take advantage of some of that cover, or at least even things out as far as cover is concerned. I'm trying to move up my Abrams to provide support. Turn off the missiles. I don't want it wasting its toes on 5-point transports. Bring up my Abrams to provide support, but then I realize that there's only 2 men left in that squad, so I pull it back. Fighting Falcon coming in again. Obliterates my 2 stack of riflemen. So now I'm massing for a push. Bringing up a scout on this side. Have my Patriot out. I almost bought an ASF, but I decided to go with the Patriot instead. I considered pushing with what I have here, but then decided to buy 2 more riflemen, along with the chap. Riflemen will be coming out a little bit later. There they are. So I send my Raven in. I'll do this several times throughout the match where I just send it out alone. Not the best use of it, just because he's not going to turn on his air defenses for just the seed, unless I use it improperly and have it fly over his assets. So the best way to use seed is in combination with the strike. Purchase a command for Gulf. In hindsight, and just in the future, I need to stop putting it here, just because of how it's just the easiest guess location. Whereas right here and in here somewhere is a little bit better. Right here I don't really like, just because of how vulnerable it is to things coming in from the right. So again, I forgot that that you can't see my cursor. So when I'm talking about Gulf, you saw where my CV came into this left bottom forest. I'm talking about putting it into the center bottom forest right here. And then the right bottom forest I don't like, just because of the forest to the right of Gulf and the hill lines. It's hard to, in my opinion, is risky. But the center bottom forest in Gulf is, I'll have to remember putting in there in the future. So I've bought additional reinforcements. Here comes this Fighting Falcon. Patriot gets a hit. PVADS finishes off. Tries to kill my Rangers, but unfortunately they're able to get away. So now I'm ticking. Ticking, I decide to push. Some of my vehicles are out of place, which is never good when you're pushing. I see this puff come in. I purchase an ASF for it. This also tips me off that maybe he's trying something sneaky over here. So I bring my Cobra back to look around. If the Eagle misses most of its shots, he sends in another puff. I have my stuff turned off, fortunately. Starts getting torn apart and the Patriot shoots it down. So that's 2 puffs down, not too bad. This assault is going pretty well so far, but again my tanks are out of place and really not engaged in battle. So I'm taking more losses than I really need to. Sending in my Raven again. A couple pair missiles are fired at it, but they go widely off course. Vigan on approach, I see it. Patriot fires, hits it. PVADS finishes it off. And I saw enough time to pull my tanks back, so he lost that Vigan with no losses for me. I notice my A2 is nearly out of fuel, so I make it fall back and to resupply it. Purchase command vehicle for Delta. He does have his automatic on this time, but he moves in and then I believe turned it off because I didn't see an explosion right there. These Government fighting against the M113A3s. Government have a, or at least that version of Government have a pretty terrible AT rocket, so they're fairly outmatched by those transports. He's now ticking out +1. So this command Abrams will even things out. And then my plan is to start fortifying Echo. You buy command Abrams and move, and then utilizing smoke, move it into this tree line right here, or move it into the tree lines, the tree line kind of in Echo, just to the left of my Rangers and to the right of the Chap. So it's just this bottom, kind of near the bomb, right hand corner of Echo. Hopefully, when this is done, you can see the cursor. I'll continue to use it like you can, but the last couple times I've done something like this, it didn't show up, like I said before. So, again, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, this is just a one-time thing. My Delta Force I had on attack move. I really should have had them just move into the forest so they could take advantage of the cover. They just got massacred by those Convermin. Bearmen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Barrage of artillery coming in. Heavily damaging and deleting a smog squad. 10-point autocan transports is making short work of my light transports. I don't notice this. This is unfortunate. They're out of cover. I also don't notice that I forgot to move these small, so they get hit by a full artillery barrage, stunned, and then wiped out. Along with the transport. Another strikeless seed mission. Turns it on. And misses 4 missiles. That's frustrating for him. Purchase my command vehicle, or my command tank, along with infantry, and then I'm going to smoke this off, and like I said before, move into Echo. When he started using artillery, I purchased a pair of helicopters, just the Sea Cobra and the Recon Cobra. My objective is just to kill his artillery pieces. Lucky here they didn't have the machine gun turned off, because then my transport does serious damage to the I must spot my Hemet move in there, so he's shelling it. Just a reminder that when you, if you even suspect that your opponent is watching you, it's a good idea to move into cover and then relocate it. Kind of move it off from where he might not realize, or just make it harder for him to guess, is what I'm really trying to say. So right here, I didn't notice that my Cobra had expended 4 tow missiles when I sent it. Otherwise, I probably would have withdrawn it. But now that I notice this, I decided to keep it engaged. It gets a hit with one of its missiles and damages this STRV-121. So I like that. I thought maybe his artillery was over here, but I should have been paying more attention. That was actually over here. Not that it would matter, because I'm pretty sure he still has those AA pieces. In fact, it's probably good that I did not notice it, because, like I said, those AA pieces would have killed it. The Raven comes in, gets a kill, but then is shot down itself. Now I notice this. This is always bad news when you see a line of vehicles running down the highway. So I have this Cobra in position, along with some infantry moving in. My Cobra spot a vehicle. I couldn't tell what what it was, but I decided to. I bet that was a command vehicle, so I sent in my Nighthawk. The Nighthawk evacs in the worst possible direction, but fortunately makes it out alive, and it kills his command. I did send my M1A2 down. I thought I clicked it to go down to the highway. I'm glad I didn't, because there's that STRV 121 passing by. I see that, I decide to move in and engage while sacrificing those, hoping to draw some fire. M1A2 kills it. I don't notice the MLU coming in. By the time I do, it's very much on the too late side. My longbow's moving up ever so slowly. I'm having this problem recently. I don't know if my mouse is going bad or what, but sometimes I'll click on a unit and it will register it as a double click and then select all of them. So when I tried to move my Foxtrot CV, it double clicked and moved my Golf CV as well. Not that it would have mattered, it still would have been killed by those transports, those light autocan transports that moved into Golf. I also moved my Patriot out to here, to the left of Delta. I didn't realize it. That was a bad move, and then I lose it to the MLU. Fortunately, he also loses that MLU, so I purchased this command tank to take Echo. Fortunately, it was close by and I was able to take Foxtrot right back. And then it combined with the longbow makes short work of the Stormers. So now he's assaulting Golf. See the Vigan coming in. Decide to move my Abrams while hoping my PVADs will cause a lot of damage. But it looks like, yeah, it gets out. Fortunately, he doesn't have any real helicopters, so his Scout Defender isn't able to do a whole lot of damage. Otherwise, this could have been really ugly. He tries to assault my Ranger's position, but gets caught on the open with my tanks. Fortunately for him, I noticed this a little bit late, because I was busy dealing with Golf. And these M1 Abrams and these two M1 Abrams, I will move these over sooner to deal with these, but I missed that. I purchased a pair of Delta. The plan is the same as before. I intend to put command tank in Echo. So more helicopters is bringing in. I decided to purchase a DAP. In fact, it's kind of a mobile, fast response air defense, which is what, I mean, that's what it is, so. Look at this, the Wildcat, combined with the Fulton just shred these 20 riflemen, even though they were only like 2-3 guys. I'm not sure if that even counts. I don't know if the number acts as damage reduction or not. So I'm having my longbow hold on the highway. I probably should have put some more units in the side here with some decent AT launchers. Like maybe some Rangers and some small squad. My dad missing 2 of its missiles, kind of crazy. He's trying to go for the quick kill on my CV. Delta Force are engaging the CV killing squad. You need to be careful with stuff like this. See how they're out in the open? That can be costly if there's a force to catch them. You can lose a lot of guys, especially when it's the what's been jokingly known as the Terminator squads, the Volkswagen Terminators. Again, the 3 armor on the M113A3s does a lot of work. It basically survived that shot, and now my Delta Force are joined by 2 squads of riflemen. And now I am in the lead with conquest points. I noticed this Vigan too late, and like a dumbass, I try and evacuate my CV the long ways instead of move it to the left or right. Kind of like in that movie Prometheus, when the characters are trying to dodge that rolling alien spaceship and they're running lengthwise instead of just moving 90 degrees to the left or right. Hilarious. I thought that scene was so dumb, and then I do it right here. I brought in my Nighthawk to kill the 90-point tank that was between Echo and Delta. And I ended up losing my Nighthawk because of it, but I kind of consider it worth it because now my 3 M1 Abrams that are operating in Echo are relatively safe. He again tries to bomb my CV, but isn't able to even guess correctly. And now I've purchased my command tank once again. And he surrenders. So I win with 2,295 kills to 1,875 losses, 69 conquest points to his 63. He is a brigadier general with over 2,000 rank games and 850 standard multiplayer games with a 68.3% win ratio on ranked and 79.5 on multiplayer. So, pretty pleased with that. That's a good victory, even though he was probably hampered by the deck he was playing. And this is actually my 2nd victory in a row. Or no, actually, I stand corrected because True Orb was less percent played. So now, yeah, that's accurate. Let's break down some of the kills here. The Raven got 2 of these automatics, so 160 points paid for itself. But I probably should have used it in conjunction with a strike of some kind. Get better use out of it. Recon Bradley didn't really do a whole lot. I probably should have used it a little bit more aggressively. Take advantage of that medium stealth. And this Abrams did well. PVADs did excellent in in compare or not comparison, but in team up with the Patriot. The Patriot got most of the first hits on this, and then on these aircraft, and the PVADs finished it off. Sma did well. This was nice. N1A2 got his STRV 121 before it was killed by the MLU. The Sea Cobra didn't really fulfill its intended objective, which was to kill artillery pieces. I don't know if I got any of them, really. I don't see any. My Nighthawk did kill his CV. Again, another MLU being killed by. So that's two MLUs killed by the PVADs. Longbow, it was an emergency buy, so I needed it out there to stop those autocan transports. It failed, really, because they managed to kill my CV. Then the command tank right here, taking back my secondary spawn. This was nice. Anyway, that's about it. Again, I hope this is just a one-time thing. I apologize for the cursor issue and that this is that I'm posting a replay. So, regardless of that, I hope you enjoyed it.